Welcome back to Top of the Tops. Today, we will explore together the imposing power of Mother Nature through a top 5 of the most devastating volcanic eruptions in history. From volcanic explosions that changed the course of events to the destruction of entire communities, we will immerse ourselves in the chronicles of these incredible geological events. We will discover which volcanic eruptions have left an indelible mark over the centuries and how they have shaped our world. Prepare to be captivated by the power of these explosions and learn more about the fragility and majesty of our planet. So, sit back and get ready for an extraordinary adventure in the world of the most devastating volcanic eruptions in history on Top of the Tops. At number 5, we find the eruption of Mount St. Helens, United States. This eruption occurred on May 18, 1980 in the US and was a major volcanic event. This catastrophic event was preceded by intense seismic activity and a lateral explosion which caused the collapse of part of the volcano. The main explosion generated a column of gas, ash, and debris that rose more than 24 kilometers into the atmosphere. The eruption caused more than $1 billion in damage and killed 57 people, including scientists and journalists who were in the vicinity of the volcano. The devastation spread for miles, destroying forests, covering entire areas with volcanic ash, and radically changing the surrounding landscape. The eruption of Mount St. Helens represents a major event in US volcanic history and has led to increased awareness of the need to monitor and understand active volcanoes. Number 4. The eruption of Vesuvius, Italy. Occurring in AD 79, this eruption is one of the best-known volcanic events in history. The explosion buried the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum under a thick blanket of volcanic ash and lapilli, preserving them over time. This catastrophe caused the deaths of thousands of people and the destruction of entire communities. It is supposed that when the inhabitants of Pompeii and Herculaneum saw this eruption, they immediately thought of the end of the world. The eruption of Vesuvius was characterized by an eruptive column that rose several thousand meters into the atmosphere. Pyroclastic flows, composed of hot gases and volcanic debris, raced down the slopes of the volcano, sweeping away everything in their path. This tragic event has left a significant historical and archaeological legacy, providing valuable information on the life and culture of ancient Rome. It is estimated, although it is not known for certain, that the number of deaths was around 15,000 people, or perhaps even more. At number 3 is the eruption of Krakatoa, Indonesia. The eruption of Krakatoa, which occurred in 1883 in the Indonesian archipelago, was one of the most destructive volcanic eruptions in history. The explosion of the volcano, which had a power and impact equal to 4 times the most powerful man-made bomb, generated a massive shockwave that spread for hundreds of kilometers, causing destruction on several surrounding islands. The event was accompanied by a series of powerful explosions that projected ash, stone, and gases into the atmosphere. The initial explosion was so violent that it caused a wave of sound audible thousands of miles away. Not only that, but this explosion caused about 36,000 deaths, many of them due to the powerful tidal wave that occurred immediately after the eruption. Due to the ash particles emitted into the air, Krakatoa's eruption also had a significant impact on the global climate, causing a temporary decrease in global temperatures. For the same reason, the moon maintained a bluish color for years. This catastrophic event has remained etched in the collective memory as an iconic example of the destructive power of volcanic force. Number 2. The eruption of Mount Tambora, Sumbawa, Indonesia. The eruption of Mount Tambora, which occurred in 1815 on the island of Sumbawa, Indonesia, was one of the most powerful volcanic eruptions in recent millennia. The eruption expelled a huge amount of volcanic ash and gases into the atmosphere, forming an eruption column more than 40 kilometers high. The emission of ash was, quantitatively, about 100 times higher than that of the eruption, albeit significant, of Mount St. Helens in 1980, and was also greater than that of the formidable eruption of Krakatoa in 1883. The suspended particles blocked sunlight, causing temperatures to drop in many regions of the world. The year following the eruption of Tambora, 1816, was known as the Year Without Summer due to abnormally cold weather conditions. This event had significant effects on agriculture and the global economy. The total number of victims claimed in the whole of Indonesia amounts to about 117,000. The total number of indirect deaths worldwide due to global climatic upheavals followed by hunger and famine amounts to more than 200,000 people. The eruption of Toba volcano, Sumatra, Indonesia. The eruption of the Toba supervolcano, which occurred about 74,000 years ago on the island of Sumatra, Indonesia, is probably the largest eruptive event in the last 25 million years. This eruption generated a vast volcanic caldera, approximately 100 kilometers in diameter. The explosion released an incredible amount of ash, gas, and volcanic debris into the atmosphere, causing a significant impact on global climate. The eruption is believed to have affected human population decline and global biodiversity. Geological studies indicate that the Toba eruption may have caused a drastic cooling of the planet for a long time, with important consequences for the global ecosystem. Comparing the eruption of Toba with that of Indonesia's Mount Tambora in 1815, the difference in magnitude immediately catches the eye. The eruption of Tambora, which caused the volcanic winter called the Year Without a Summer, produced 100 times less debris than that of Toba. And so ends our journey through the most devastating volcanic eruptions in history. We hope you found these incredible testaments to the power of nature intriguing. If you are as passionate as we are about these epic events, be sure to subscribe to our Top of the Tops so you won't miss out on upcoming leaderboards and the hottest discoveries the world has to offer. Share your comments and suggestions, and join our community passionate about learning and discovery. Thank you for accompanying us on this extraordinary journey. We look forward to seeing you in the next video on Top of the Tops.